everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be doing powders. I don't know if I'll have time to go through my bronzers, but if I can, I'll put those in the second part of this video. So let's go ahead and go through my face powders. These three right here are all the Too Faced Chocolates, the Cocoa Powder Foundation, and these are all in the shade Light Medium. I may only keep 2 of these, but for right now I am going to keep all 3. I recently picked these up. This here is from Kat Von D. This is the Lacquer blotting powder in the color Light. This is what I had in my makeup bag as my blotting powder, but right now I'm using a small sample size of the Clinique blotting powder. So I took this out of my makeup bag, but I am going to keep it. This is not my favorite blotting powder, but I'm going to keep it for now. This right here is from Mary Kay. This is the Sheer Mineral Press Powder in the color Beige 01. I think I am going to declutter this. I have pan in the one I'm currently using, and this is my backup, so I'll probably sell this on Mercari, but I am going to go ahead and declutter that. I have the IT Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. This is in the color Light. This does have SPF 50. This was one of the items that I was trying to pan and I didn't get through last year. So I decided to go ahead and put it back in my collection, but I may bring this back out and try to finish using it because it does have SPF and I'm afraid the SPF is going to go bad. But for right now, I am going to go ahead and keep it. Then I have the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better, the Airbrush Perfecting Powder. This is also in the color Light and also has SPF 50. I prefer this a little bit better than the Celebration Foundation. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to test out both of these. I'm going to pull them out. Right now I'm using a Laura Geller foundation. As soon as I'm done with that, I'm going to pull these 2 back out, and whichever one of the 2 I prefer, I'm going to keep, and the other one I'm going to get rid of. This here is the Prep and Prime Transparent Finishing Powder from MAC. I've almost hit pan on this item, but quite honestly, I just really don't like it. I was using this powder to kind of clean up like my contour or my bronzer, but I think I am going to hold on to that one, but I think I am going to declutter these 2 right here. These are both from the Trolls collection. One is in Glow Rider and the other one is in Play It Proper. This one has kind of developed a hard pan, and it's this really pretty like pearly powder, but I just couldn't figure out a way to use this. It's not quite intense enough to be a highlighter, but it's also too pearly to be an all over face powder, so I am just going to go ahead and back to MAC that. And then I have the one in Glow Rider, and this also has developed hard pan. I was trying to use this as an all over face powder, but I just can't get any product to pick up on my brush, so I am going to go ahead and back to MAC this powder as well. I have 2 here from NYX. One is a backup. This is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. I really like this powder. I don't really care about the fact that it has like flashback or anything like that. I really just like it as an all over finishing powder, so I am going to go ahead and keep that. I am going to go ahead and keep this. This is the Invisible Blurring Powder from Honest Beauty. It's a little sample size, and I haven't really tried it, so I'm going to go ahead and keep that. And then I have my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder and my Essence All About Matte Powder. I haven't opened this, and I have opened this. I prefer this to the Kat Von D one. I normally use this more in the warmer months, so I'm actually about ready to pull this product out. But I'm currently using the Urban Decay De-Slick Powder. I have a pretty sizable amount of pan in that, so as soon as I'm done with the Urban Decay powder, this is going right back into my collection. This is the Sexy Mama Anti-Shine Translucent Powder. I don't know if you guys can see that, how powdery this is, but I don't really like the way this looks on my skin. I don't think it does a really good job at like preventing any type of oils from seeping through either, so I think I am just going to go ahead and get rid of this item. This right here is just a mini color switch by Sephora. I just keep it in here because I don't really have a place to put this, so I just keep it in with my powders. I have 3 little mini powders. One is the Tarte Smooth Operator. It's brand new, so I'm going to keep it. I do want to try that powder out. This is the Ultra HD loose powder. I did finish up the pressed version of this, and I really liked it, but I did go through it pretty quickly. So I do want to try the loose version to see if I like that any better and how fast it takes me to go through one of these little samples. And then I have the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. I don't normally use concealer, but when I do pull this little powder out to set it, or if I have like a little blemish that I want to put a concealer on, I set this with it too. So I do keep this and use it occasionally. It's a really nice little powder. And then I have this Bare Minerals Translucent Powder Duo. I really like this, but I don't like using these powders on their own. I like swirling them all together. So I am going to keep this. I do have some loose powders here. This is the NYC Smooth Skin. I was originally going to get rid of this, but you can't actually get this powder anymore. I was going to purchase the Coty Airspun powder, but I think I'm going to put this in my project pan later on this year. I'm going to go ahead and give it a go, see if I still like it. Otherwise, I'm going to get rid of it towards the end of the year. This is brand new. I haven't ever used this. This is the Perfect Setting Powder in the color Translucent Light, and I've heard really good things about this. I'm excited to give that a try. I got this as part of a Sephora kit. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is just a deluxe size version of it, but it's a pretty hefty deluxe size version of it. So I think this is like the travel version that you can purchase. So I'm definitely going to keep this powder. And then I have a travel size of the Lock-It Setting Powder from Kat Von D and Translucent. And I'm actually excited to give this a whirl. So I'm going to go ahead and keep that as well. So I got rid of 4 powders. That's not too bad in my opinion, because I honestly didn't think I was going to get rid of any of these. So now let's move on to my bronzers. I keep these big bronzers back here. These are the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. I have the lighter one and the darker one. The darker one is a little bit on the like warmer side, so it has a little bit more red in it, and then the lighter one is kind of my perfect shade for the winter time. So it's a really nice like go-to everyday bronzer for the winter. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep both of these. They're very inexpensive. These two here are like my summer shades of foundation. I have the CoverGirl Vitalist Healthy Elixir, and this is in the color medium beige. This is way too dark for me right now, so I keep these in here because these are a little too dark for me right now. And then I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the color 3W1 Tawny, and they just kind of fit really nicely with my bronzers. This is a product I am going to get rid of. This is from Perfectly Posh. I talked about this in like my best of worst of Perfectly Posh for the new like transition items that they had, and this is one of the new products that Perfectly Posh released. It's a beautiful color, but honestly, I just don't like the way this blends out. It's a little bit patchy. It's a little difficult to work with. So and it makes my skin kind of look muddy. So I just really ended up not liking this product. So I am going to go ahead and declutter this. This is a product that I was actually thinking about decluttering because I personally don't use like shimmer bronzers. This product is just a little too shimmery for me. So I don't know. I really just don't care for this product, so I think I am going to go ahead and declutter this. Towards the front here, I have some of my lighter bronzers, and then towards the back, I have some of my like summer bronzers or more like red-based bronzers that I would use when I have a little more color on me. So I have the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and this is in the color bronzer. This is like the second one. They have like light bronze, which is a little bit lighter than this. This is one of the 2 original colors that they had released. This really only works for me in the winter time or when I'm at my palest. That's the color right there, but I still really do like this bronzer, so I am going to keep it. I do have the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is also another like winter bronzer. I can only really use this when I'm at my palest, but I still really like this. This is a little bit deeper of a bronzer. This is the Bronze Light Powder from Smashbox in the color Warm Light. So this is starting to get more into like my summer colors, but I really like this one. Then I have the Butter Bronzer. This is the Sun Kiss Bronzer. I picked this one up instead of the deep one because I wanted something with a little more like warmth to it for the summertime. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see, it does have a little bit more like warmth to it. This is a MAC limited edition bronzer. This came out with the Wash and Dry collection. This is in the color Delphic. It's an extra dimension bronzer. It's actually perfect for the summertime as well, but I think it could work all year round. Then I have this one from Sephora. This is the Los Cabos bronzer, and I feel like this is a little bit more of a contour because it does pull a little bit gray in my opinion, or like ashy. This is another one that is perfect for the summertime, but I honestly can get away with using this all year round. I took this one with me to my sister's wedding, which was in the Keys, and it was kind of that perfect sun-kissed bronzer. This is the Baked Mediterranean bronzer in matte Golden Goddess from Laura Geller. And I love this bronzer. It is so beautiful. It has just a little bit of sheen to it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that on camera. It has just a little bit of sheen to it, but as you can see, it's definitely a little bit of a deeper bronzer for me. So I do really like using this in the warmer months. I'm going to keep that. This one I'm definitely going to keep. This is the Too Faced Sun Bunny bronzer. I really, really like this bronzer, but it is a little bit more of a shimmery bronzer, but I think I can get away with using this. And then this one is the one that I was debating getting rid of. This is the Betty Luminizer from The Balm, and this is definitely a gorgeous, like, shimmery bronzer. It does look a little intense, but when you blend it out, I think it would be a gorgeous, like, shimmery bronzer. I'm excited to give this a go in the summertime, and if it doesn't work for me, then I'm going to declutter it. But I think these two are really going to be my only shimmery bronzers that I keep in my collection. And these are all, like, little minis that I've received. I have another mini of the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So this is like the darker version. I like this. I am going through a mini right now. I have it in my makeup bag, so that's my backup. This is from Lisa Frank and Glamour Dolls, I believe. Yep. And this is the Bitten and Bronzed Matte Bronzer. I really, really like this bronzer, so I'm going to be keeping it. I was actually really excited when I got this in my Ipsy bag because I think it's just like a perfect tone of bronzer for me. This is an Amazonian clay bronzer from Tarte in the color Hotel Heiress. This is definitely like a summer bronzer for me, but I don't know if I really like the formula of this. It is a little bit patchy, but I honestly haven't tried it on the cheeks. I'm waiting for it to get a little warmer, and I am going to pull this out, but I'm probably going to declutter this if it ends up being a little too patchy. And then this is a true like contour color. I'll go ahead and swatch this next to Los Cabos so you can see the difference. I don't know if you can see, this one definitely has a little bit more like gray in it, which might be a little too intense because I don't contour a lot, but I am going to go ahead and keep it and give it a try because I haven't tried it. This is the Dark Earthy Blush in number 11 Light Glow, and this is from Burberry. I received this as part of like a little kit. I'm gonna see if this works for me. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna sanitize it and sell it because I don't really have a use for an item like that. I have a mini of NARS Laguna. I really like this bronzer, so I'm going to go ahead and keep it. I have a brand new mini of Hoola. I haven't even touched this because I have Hoola in a palette, but I do like having little mini bronzers to throw in my everyday makeup bag because right now I have the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil, and the Hoola would be a really nice like dual purpose bronzer as both like a transition color for my eyes and to use as a bronzer. I'm going to keep this. This is the Ambient Edit, or the Ambient Lighting Bronzer in Luminous Bronze Light. I love this bronzer. I've used it a few times already, and I think it is a stunning bronzer. If I didn't already have so many in my collection, I would pick up a full size of this. I'm going to try and use this up over the summertime, and if I can use this up over the summertime, then I'll purchase a full size of it in the fall. Stunning, stunning bronzer. But I am going to go ahead and get rid of this. This is the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Color Correcting Foundation in the color Medium. I just really don't care for the formulation of this foundation. It's too dark to be my regular foundation, and then it's too light to really be like even like a winter bronzer for me, so I am going to go ahead and declutter this item. So overall, I got rid of 3 items in this category, but that's not too shabby of a declutter. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you do, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!